السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today, inshallah, we will have a lecture about Fiqh of Umrah and maybe Hajj. But at least we, inshallah, will know the Fiqh of Umrah, inshallah. So, it's working? So, inshallah, today we will begin with Umrah, because Umrah is supposed to be first. Even if you went to Hajj, like most probably you will perform Umrah first, okay? But maybe you will not go on camels. Inshallah, we'll take a flight. Okay. Bismillah. Now, importance of Hajj and Umrah and their ruling. For Hajj and Umrah, of course, all of us, we know that Hajj is the fifth principle in Islam, and it is not only mandatory or obligatory worship, it is from the 5 principles of Islam. And Hajj, like no different opinions between scholars, that it is from the principles of Islam. But for Umrah, what do you think? Umrah is mandatory or Umrah is just Sunnah? Sunnah. So, Umrah, some scholars, they said that Umrah is Sunnah, but the correct opinion that Umrah is mandatory also. Umrah is mandatory. And when we say that Umrah is mandatory or obligatory...
Sorry to pause. I have to fix something. We'll continue from here.
But when you say Umrah is mandatory or obligatory, so this means that it is mandatory one time in your life, like Hajj. Okay? And of course, like 95% of people, when they perform Hajj or go to Hajj, they can do Umrah easily, or they do Umrah in the program. But some people, they don't know. So if you went to Hajj, don't miss to make Umrah also. Yes. And actually, Hajj and Umrah to be obligatory or mandatory. For whom it is mandatory or obligatory? For whom? There is some conditions.
Able.
Yes. To be able from which point of view?
Body, health, and
yes,
money.
your body, you can travel. Like your health is good that you can, but not that means that you are very sporty or no, it means that only you can, without having a chronic disease or something disabled in your body, that you can travel to go to this place and perform this worship. Okay? This is the first condition. Second one?
Able with money.
That you have money. Okay, but only you have money is something wide. We want it in a specific way. You have money more than your need for eating and drinking, and the necessary needs for you and your responsible people, like if you are married, your wife, if you have children, your children, if you are spending on your mother or father, they will also enter. So after all these expenses, if you have more than the necessary needs for you and the responsible people that you are spending on, so now Hajj is mandatory for you. You have to do it. Okay? And when we say necessary, necessary is necessary, not luxury. Necessary needs only. Like eating and drinking and having clothes, but the minimum, not the maximum. Yes. So, because many people, they think that I just have $1 million. $1 million is not enough for me and my family because our needs is very high like this. No, it's not this standard. Standard is the necessity, the minimum necessity. Okay. So now, what is the meaning of what's the meaning of Hajj and Umrah? Of course, it's Arabic words, but what's the meaning? Who knows? I think I told you before, but maybe you forgot.
To visit the
Yes.
Saudi Arabia.
Umrah is visit. Umrah is visit. So you are going Umrah means you are going to visit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His home, in this dunya. Okay? Of course, He is not inside Kaaba, but this the place that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose from all over this earth. He chose this place to make it the most holiest place in the world on earth, Mecca. And this is the most beloved country or city to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Mecca. And also the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was loving Mecca, and he said when he was immigrating that I swear that I love you, and except that your nation, your people kicked me off this city, I will never leave Mecca. And he said also that I know that you are the most beloved city for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Mecca. And if you went to Mecca, you will be surprised that Mecca doesn't have any rivers or like a lot of trees or like good sightseeing or mountains, very beautiful mountains like this. It's like very, very hard city. Like you will find very hot weather. Most probably like 11 months is very hot, and maybe 1 month a bit good. December or the 1st of January. And you'll find Mecca like all Mecca like very rough mountains. It's a bit scary mountains. Okay? So why this place is the best place that Allah could make Mecca very beautiful place, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Mecca by this way for some wisdoms. From the wisdoms that any person would go there or would live there, he will only live or go just for the sake of Allah, because there is no any other things to attract him. Yes. So you are going just for Kaaba. If Kaaba was not there, no one would be interested to visit this place. Why to visit this hot and mountains only? Okay. And also Hajj is the meaning, it's close to Umrah, that visiting, but it is like intention to visit a place. So, of course, from before Islam, the non-believers, they used to make Hajj, but from some few information that were remained from the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. But it was like containing a lot of shirk before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent. But of course the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us completely different Hajj. Okay. Now, before going into the details of Hajj and Umrah, we will take it from the beginning. Now you are traveling. Okay, so before traveling, we have some etiquettes of traveling. First, to have the good intention. Now you are traveling. Why? Not to show others that, mashallah, you are going for Hajj and Umrah, and to be proud of your worship. You are traveling. Sorry.
To take name of Hajj.
Yes, to take name of Hajj. This is famous in Egypt. So people will tell you Hajj Yasser or Hajj Ahmed like this. And you are going just to have Allah's pleasure, achieve Allah's pleasure and achieve the paradise by this great worship. Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, من حج فلم يرفث ولم يفسق رجع كيوم ولدته أمه. الله أكبر. ما شاء الله. Which means in English, whoever will perform Hajj ولم يرفث, الرفث is things related to desires for women or sexual relationship or even talking about this. So if you performed Hajj and avoided all this, okay, ولم يرفث ولم يفسق, فسوق is doing sins. رجع كيوم ولدته أمه, he will return back, okay, as if the day that he was born. MashaAllah. Newborn. Can you imagine, like people, they are going and find 50, 60, 70 years old. All these years in sins and away, and just you performed Hajj on the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will have forgiveness for all your past sins, and you will be like newborn. And also the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, الحج المقبول أو الحج المبرور ليس له جزاء إلا الجنة. الحج المبرور, they said, the scholar said, the accepted Hajj doesn't have any reward except the paradise. MashaAllah. If you performed Hajj and Allah accepted, you must enter the paradise. Allahu Akbar. So, because Al-Hajj al-Mabrur is very difficult to do. Of course, accepted Hajj, you have two important principles, as we always mention. That first principle is to do it sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second principle is to do it following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Many people, they are concentrating on the first one, alhamdulillah, but they are leaving the second one. So they are not achieving it easily. To perform Hajj on the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is very important. That's why we have to study and understand how to perform the Hajj and how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did the Hajj. And he said, خُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ. Manasik is Hajj and Umrah. It's called Manasik. خُذُوا عَنِّي, take from me. Take from me how to perform Hajj and Umrah. He ordered us, take from me. See how I am doing this and learn it from me and convey it to others. So we have to know exactly how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was doing this. Okay, so now return back again, having the good intention before traveling, prepare extra money. It's just advices from scholars that if you are traveling for Hajj and Umrah or even another good travel, you should prepare extra money so that not to, in case you need the money, not to take loans from others. Leave a note, the wasiyah, to write your wasiyah. It is very important before traveling to write wasiyah. Why? It is recommended at these cases when there is some expectations that you may die. If there is some expectations that you may die, because traveling, maybe the plane will not continue, maybe in Hajj, a lot of people, maybe many years, they are being died or during injuries or misorganization. So, you should write your note. Okay, wasiyah is being mandatory in some cases. From these cases, if you have a debt, if you took loan from someone, you should write this in a note and keep it with trusted person, your friend, close friend, your wife, your father, mother, child, any trusted person. You should leave this wasiyah with him. So if you died, he will open and he will see if you have rights from others, he can take this money, and if others have rights from you, he should pay this money. And also you should write in this wasiyah advices for people will live after you. Advices like what? Like to write advice Be piety. Be pious. This is the most important advice to achieve taqwa. Write this, maybe people will be affected by your death. So when your family, for example, will open the wasiyah and you are writing, please avoid all types of sins. Death is coming. Be pious and follow the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Take care of the extremist group. Take care of this so and so. And please take care of your prayers. Never leave your prayers. Never leave fasting. Like this. This is the way that the Sahaba and Salaf, they used to write the wasiyah like this. Yes, and it's very important to write this. Okay. And then it is recommended to say goodbye to your relatives and friends. Because maybe you will not see them again, so to do the sunnah of this. And while traveling, we have behaving good with your companions. This is very important. That we are in one group, most probably. You cannot go Hajj alone, most probably. Okay? You will be with a company or like this, so you will be with a group. So take the intention that you will behave well with your companions. You will serve them. You will be generous with them. Like you will, for example, now we are taking the bus and moving from Jeddah airport to Mecca, for example, and we had a rest. So during this rest, you can go and buy some drinks and distribute. This is very good, like spending money. In Hajj, high reward, very high reward. In the hadith that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, النفقة في الحج كالنفقة في سبيل الله. الله أكبر. Spending money in Hajj is like the same equal to spending money in jihad. في سبيل الله, in jihad. So even if you spend this money, not only for yourself, but for others around you, be generous. Like you can invite them for some food or some drinks or help them. Maybe you'll have old people. In Hajj, most of people, they are old. So you can help them in carrying their luggage or like this, settling down anything. Inshallah, you will take high reward. Also, making adhkar. Of course, we have some special adhkar, like saying the adhkar of traveling. اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى من العمل ما ترضى, and so on. And when you go up, you say Allahu Akbar. Go down, you say Subhanallah. And this adhkar, you should take care of this. How to perform salah, and of course, during traveling more than 84 kilometers, you have the permission, and it is recommended to do the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, that you do qasr for salah. Qasr is divide, like for Zuhr and Asr and Isha, make it 2 rak'ah only. So you have the permission to pray in qasr, and in case that you need to combine, also you have this permission. But if you don't need, you are not in need to combine, it is better to leave. But anyway, you have the permission also to make jam, combine. Zuhr with Asr, Maghrib with Isha. Okay? You can make it like Zuhr and Asr, you can make it in the time of Zuhr or in the time of Asr. Maghrib and Isha, you can pray them in the time of Maghrib both and in the time of Isha both. But jam, it is recommended to make it if you only need. If you don't need, it is recommended to leave. But in both cases, it is permitted for you to make jam. But qasr is very important to do. Some scholars said it is mandatory to pray in qasr, because the Prophet ﷺ never prayed during traveling complete salah. He always did qasr during traveling. Yes. So this is an important sunnah. Okay. Now, how to perform Umrah. First, now we took the flight and we said some adhkar, okay? And now you are inside the plane. So if you are going to Mecca directly, we are not speaking about Medina now, we have something is called al-mawaqit. Al-mawaqit, this is very important. Al-mawaqit, what is al-mawaqit? Al-mawaqit is, if you see this is Mecca, Kaaba, okay? This is Mecca. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made some borders very far from Mecca. These borders, these points, is called mawaqit. If you traveling, you want to come to Mecca, you cannot exceed these points except if you are muhrim. Muhrim did ihram.
Yes.
Took the intention to enter the worship of Hajj or Umrah. It is not permitted to exceed these points. Let's see, for example, this point from toward like the north, the direction of Medina. It's called Dhul Hulayfa. Can you imagine how is the distance? 450 kilometers. From 450 kilometers, you cannot move towards Mecca except that you are performing. Now you enter ihram. I will explain what is ihram in details, inshallah. And from here, Al-Juhfa, this is for Egyptian and coming from the west side. And we have Dhat Irq for Iraq, and Qarn al-Manazil for Libya in this part, and we have Yalamlam, Yemen. Yes.
Shaykhana. So
Yeah.
maybe it's better to mention also the singular word of Malaki, because in Indonesia,
Singular.
singular word.
Singular. Similar.
Singular.
مواقيت
Miqat. Ah.
Yes, because
Miqat.
in Indonesia and Malaysia,
Ah,
they
okay.
know
Okay, yes. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Mawqit is plural and the single is miqat. You will hear this a lot if you inshallah go into this journey. You will hear, now we are like 30 minutes, we are going to al-miqat. Miqat is 30 minutes like this, or 1 hour, or 5 minutes, anyway. So, miqat is very important. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this huge distance? Look, can you imagine in the past? They will take more than one week, more, maybe 2 weeks traveling during ihram. So why? Why do you think? Because you are going to enter the most important and holy place in this world, on this earth. So from very far distance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you some restrictions. You are not going anywhere. You are going in very special place. So from now, you will have very different way. Take off your clothes, wear the clothes of people they are going to be dead people, and don't put perfume, don't cut your hair, don't. A lot of restrictions. You are not going to ordinary place. Now you are going to visit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it is like, we can say, a bit small example to make it closer. If you are going to Washington for the White House, how do you think the restrictions? You can just go and enter, open the door and enter? No, you will have a lot of restrictions, okay, before entering such place. So it is close to this. Anyway, so now, maybe we will have a question. If I'm coming from here, in between, like here there is Dhul Hulayfa from Medina, and Dhat Irq from Iraq. So what about if the plane is coming like this? Okay, for example, what can we do?
Change on the plane.
You will
Change the clothes.
you will see the closest point to you. When you get in parallel beside it, it will be your miqat. Okay? So the closest point to you, like if you are coming like this, maybe you will take here. They are doing actually, it's if you are coming with plane, so they will tell you. If you are coming with bus, or car, it's very easy because they will stop in the miqat itself. But many people, they go direct to Mecca. Of course, there is no planes going to Mecca. It's forbidden. It's not permitted. Jeddah is the nearest airport. For the holy of Kaaba, they didn't make airport till now in Mecca. But in Jeddah, if you are coming, most probably, because Jeddah is very close to Mecca, most probably you will already pass above one miqat or beside one miqat, so you have to make ihram in the flight, during the flight. Okay. Now, steps before ihram. We have the restrictions that we were talking about. First, we have Sunan al-Fitra. You should cut all your nails, mustache, cut or shave. The armpit hairs and the pubic or pubic hair around the private parts. Okay? All this removed. This is called Sunan al-Fitra. Okay? Taking shower, like shower for Jumu'ah or Eid. Okay? And putting on perfume for men in the head and beard. And try to avoid your body. I will explain why, inshallah. Then you will wear the special clothes of ihram, the white ones. And then you can pray two rak'ah if it is possible, or if there is fard prayer, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, any prayer, you can just pray this prayer, and after that, you can make ihram. It's recommended to make ihram after a praying. Fard or sunnah, no problem, but after a praying. So, some scholars said if you do not have a prayer now, you can pray 2 rak'ah and then make ihram, inshallah. So, what is the meaning?
Perfume for women?
No. Women, they cannot put perfume outside their homes. Umrah, Hajj, or even without Umrah, Hajj. Outside home, they cannot put perfume. It is from major sins. Okay. So now, we want to know what is the meaning of ihram. Ihram actually, because this is a common misconception. They think that ihram is the clothes, the white one. They said, wear your ihram, wear it on your body. Take your ihram, buy your ihram. No. This is common misconception. Okay, ihram is only the intention of entering the worship, nusuk, of Hajj and Umrah. This is ihram. And it is like, you can make it similar for takbiratul ihram for entering salah. How to enter salah? You say Allahu Akbar, now you enter salah. But we have great difference between ihram and takbiratul ihram. If you enter salat, you can just leave it. If you want to make salam, or without even making salam, by your intention that now you want to leave and repeat it again, you are allowed. But Hajj and Umrah, if you make ihram, you will still muhrim till the end of your life if you didn't finish the worship. You must finish. There is no excuse. So it is not a play. It's not a game. If you enter like worshipping now, my intention now, I'm entering the worship of Umrah or Hajj. I cannot go out. I cannot cancel. I cannot say, I'm tired, I will go back. It's enough. I will do it next year. It's finished. You will remain muhrim even 10 years, 20 years, until you will finish this worship. Okay? And we will have some details about ihram also. We will know it, inshallah. Now, before going in some details, we have 4 principles of Umrah. Like, the Umrah will never be correct if you didn't these 4 principles. First one, of course, ihram. Take the intention to enter this worship. Okay? And take the intention and we say, Labbaik Allahumma Umrah, if I are going to make Umrah. Or, Labbaik Allahumma Hajjan, if you are going to make Hajj. لبيك اللهم حجا وعمرة if you are going to make qiran, like types in hajj. So first is ihram, you must do. If you didn't do, no umrah, no hajj. Second, tawaf. Third, sa'i between the two mountains, Safa or Marwa. Fourth, haircut, shaving or shortening. So, now, obligatory acts. The difference between obligatory acts and the principles is that the principles, if you left it, you have to do it. You have to return, you have to do there is no other choice. It is like one rak'ah you left. So you have to get it. No other choice. Okay? But the obligatory acts, if you left it, maybe there is some
compensatory.
Sorry?
Compensatory.
Compensatory. Like
paying some money.
Yes, fidya.
Fasting.
Like you can slaughter one sheep, for example. It will be instead of this obligatory act. It will be okay, inshallah. But the principles, no. You don't have other choices. For obligatory acts of Umrah, we have three. First, perform ihram, intention, from miqat. Like you cannot exceed the miqat except that you have intention. So if you are in the flight and you are sleeping, okay? And then they said 30 minutes. He said, okay, 30 minutes, I will sleep this 30 minutes, I'm very tired. And then after that, you find that it's already 35 minutes. Finish. One sheep. One sheep, directly. Except if you can go back. Maybe you can tell the pilot, please take a round. Or if you went on the ground, you can take a car to the miqat. And this is very difficult. If you are with the company, it's impossible. Group. So take care, please. You cannot exceed the miqat except if you took the intention and said, Labbaik Allahumma, Umrah or Hajj. Okay. Second, avoid the forbidden acts of ihram. We will know what are the forbidden acts of ihram, inshallah. Third, tawaf al-wada'. Wada' is goodbye. We make at the end one tawaf. And this one actually number 3. Like many scholars, they said it is not obligatory. And what I studied from my scholars, they say this is maybe more correct, that it is not mandatory. This only you can say sunnah. Okay? Okay. Now let's see al-ihram. Because this is person wearing the clothes of ihram. Yes. May Allah give us Hajj and Umrah and never prevent us from Hajj and Umrah. Okay. Forbiddings of ihram. Using any perfume. Even body spray.
Odor.
Huh?
Odorless.
Odorless?
Perfume.
Perfume with alcohol?
No. Alcohol, without alcohol, any perfume you cannot use. Even the soap.
The smell of soap.
With perfume you cannot use. Like we have in Egypt, Nablsi. We have some, and you will find it in Mecca and Medina. You will find some soap without any perfume, and they are writing this is for Hajj and Umrah because it doesn't contain any perfume.
Perfume mean perfume or odor?
Yes.
Odor.
Yes. Like if you use, you will good smell.
Rose.
Maybe some flowers it will be okay, and some will not be okay. So to avoid any soap containing good smell, because to distinguish it is very difficult. So it's better to avoid this. And this will be actually a bit difficult because if you went to Saudi Arabia, you will eat kabsa, and kabsa will be chicken and rice, and you need some soap to wash. So maybe you can prepare odorless soap, or you can search to buy because it will be like a bit difficult not to use anything. Even wipes, if it has perfume. You can use wipes without perfume. For baby wipes, I think it's without any perfume. You can use. This is okay, inshallah. Number 2, putting any oil in your head, in your hair of the head, or in your body, like olive oil or something like this, you cannot put. Now, actually, why is the wisdom of this actually? Now you are leaving all the dunya. Now you are, ihram is something very similar to death. And going to Hajj and Umrah is very similar to meeting Allah in the hereafter. So you are taking all of your clothes and you are like the dead body. But instead of people they are washing you, you are washing yourself. And then you are wearing clothes very similar to the clothes of the dead person. White. He will be covered with 3 white sheets for men and 5 for women. But you only took 2 pieces just to cover your private parts. Otherwise, if there is no people, maybe you will go like this. But you have to cover yourself to be very similar to the dead person, to remember that this day is soon coming. As you are visiting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now in this dunya, soon you are going to meet Him in the hereafter, in the judgment day. Yes. And after that, you are taking care of this because this is, we consider something like entertainment or luxury. So you are away from anything that is considered entertainment or luxury. Putting on clothes. Putting on clothes, actually it has a lot of details. So we will try to take it in easy way, inshallah. For men and for women. So first, let's speak about men. For men, please write this. You have some rules for the head, some rules for the body. For your head, you cannot cover your head with anything. You cannot cover your head with anything. You cannot wear any hat or any other, even clothes. Even your white clothes that you are wearing, you cannot, if it's too sunny in Mecca, and maybe you want to put this on your head to avoid the sun, you cannot do. You can use umbrella, yes, okay, because it's not covering the head, it is up. But to put a clothes, any type of clothes on your head, or anything to cover the head, even if it is not clothes, it is not allowed. This is for your head, okay? But you can immerse your head inside water, no problem. If you want to immerse your head inside water, this is not considered covering because water is transparent. Anyway, liquid, this is not considered covering. And for the body of the man, he cannot wear anything that it is fixed or was manufactured to fit his body or to fit a part or an organ in the body. Just try this and I will explain. You cannot wear anything to fit all the body or an organ in the body. How? Example, I cannot wear t-shirt because t-shirt is manufactured to fit the upper part, or sweatshirt or shirt. I cannot wear trousers because this is manufactured for the lower part. You cannot even wear underwears. You cannot wear socks because it is for your feet. You cannot wear gloves. Okay? You cannot wear anything except these 2 large towels. Okay? Even this one you cannot wear. And you will put your ihram, you will wear it. You can wear it just like if you are in the flight and you are coming from Japan, mashallah, very long distance. So you will not wear it from the beginning. Why? No need. You must wear it before taking the intention. Before the miqat. So, before the miqat, not like, you cannot, like, for example, 5 minutes and we will be above the miqat. You can just above the miqat and you will go to the toilet and then change your clothes. You cannot do this. When you take the intention, you must not have any things of the forbidden. Except using the perfume, when you put after the shower, it is sunnah to put, because the Aisha radiallahu anha was putting the perfume on the head of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And people, they are seeing the shyness of the perfume of it in his head. You can keep it after that. Like I can put now perfume, right? And then after 5 minutes I took the intention, labbaik Allahumma umrah, and it is in my head, no problem. But I cannot put more.
New one.
Yes. And you cannot put on your clothes. Because on your clothes, it must be without any perfume. You can put only in your head and your beard, if you have a beard. Okay? Okay.
But not oil.
Not oil. Right? And for the woman, she cannot wear anything on her face and hands. Okay? And her body, she can wear anything, her feet, she can wear anything. Like anything, of course, in the Islamic rules, upon the Islamic rules. But we have to, like the very common question, if a woman wearing niqab and went to Hajj and Umrah, should she take off her niqab? No, of course. She doesn't take off her niqab because there is foreigners. And Aisha radiallahu anha, of course, the wives of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were wearing niqab. When they went to Hajj, she said, Aisha was saying, we were making tawaf, group of women, and taking off niqab, there is no men around us. But if we saw any foreigner, we cover our faces. Of course, now if you went to Hajj, it is impossible to make tawaf or sa'i or anything without foreigners, because at the past were very few people. Okay, but now, mashallah, 10 million men. Okay, so she can cover but not wearing niqab, because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, لا تنتقب المرأة المحرمة. المرأة المحرمة, muhrima means entered ihram for Hajj or Umrah. لا تنتقب, she cannot wear niqab, but she can cover her face with something coming from up her head to cover her face, but not the niqab like this. Anyway, it's a bit details, I think you don't need this, but anyway. And her hand, same, she cannot wear gloves. Maybe she can wear long abaya or something like this, but she cannot wear gloves in her hand. Okay. Yes, I forgot to tell you that the man, in his feet, he cannot wear shoes.
Slippers.
Also slippers you cannot. Only the, what's called? الشبشب اسمه ايه؟
Slipper.
No, slipper. Slipper.
Sandal.
Okay, I'm sorry. Slippers is okay and sandals is not okay. I'm sorry. Like that, we have a rule also for this. You cannot wear anything that has something from the back. All this part, it must be uncovered, nothing here. Okay? So, slippers is okay. Most the types of slippers is okay. But sandals, no. Or you can wear the sandal, but take off this. Like, don't close it. Open. Okay. Shoes, no. Yes.
So,
Exception, if you didn't find, and this is very rare, you cannot find and cannot buy, and like for example, you forgot. Now you are in the plane. You have shoes in your feet. What to do? Enter, of course, ihram, because this is very important, and you try to make the back part under your what's it called?
Heel.
Ankle.
Heel.
Heel, under your heel. If you can. If it will be difficult, you can wear the shoes until you will buy slippers, inshallah. Number 4, any sexual relations. You are now in ihram. What's
No.
It's very funny to say that some Egyptian, they are thinking that when I go to Hajj, the night of Arafah is very blessed night. And this is barakah, barakah. So if I like did this relation with my wife, I may have a baby, blessed baby, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Night of Arafah. So during Ihram, what are you doing? This is a very big problem. You cannot imagine how is the punishment if you do this. Okay, maybe after that we will explain. But this is the most, actually it is the only thing that make your Hajj invalid. The only thing that you can lose your Hajj with, this one. Even if you continue to the end and you did all the principles and all the obligatory acts, and it will be invalid. Yes. Okay. Number 5, to do nikah, marriage. This is not time for marriage. Like maybe at the past they were going maybe 1 month. 1 month ihram, wearing this, because they are coming from from Pakistan maybe coming. So can you imagine how long they will take? Any far place, they will take long time. So maybe you will have in your group, like you will find like a woman, and someone will tell you, do you want to be married? I have a good woman. Like, this is not time for marriage, just this. Now ihram, no, just don't think about this. And actually this is forbidden, you cannot do. You cannot do. And some scholars said, if you did, it's invalid, incorrect. Yes.
Hajj is invalid or nikah is invalid?
No, nikah.
La nikah. Number 6, you cannot take off any hair or cut your nails during all the ihram until you will finish. If you enter the ihram, I cannot cut nails anymore. I cannot cut any hair in the body. Not only my head, my beard, mustache, any place in my body I cannot cut. I cannot burn. I cannot shortening.
So if unintentional, like you use
No problem.
comb and some hair drop or
It is disliked to use the comb during ihram.
I see. Or sometimes.
But if I am making wudu and I am making like this and I found some hair, no problem.
And the nail also sometimes damaged or something like this from.
Damage another issue.
And
If damage, it is allowed to
remove.
yes, because it will hurt you or
Yeah.
like this. But just to know, if you just took three hairs, 1 sheep. Yes, take care. Okay,
So, what
Yes.
about all mustache?
1 sheep
How
also.
much was
If you took it once.
it?
But if you took 3 hairs, and then after 1 hour 3 hairs, big problem. Okay, hunting. It is not permitted to hunt during ihram, even outside Mecca. To hunt what? Like wild animals. But actually you don't need this nowadays. Yes. But at the past they need it because there is no restaurants, there is no cafeteria to go and buy something. So maybe if they found like good buffalo, wild buffalo, hunt, and this is not allowed also. A lot of restrictions. You are not going to any place, you are not doing any worship. Okay? Okay, Bismillah. Dislikes of ihram. Engagement. We said marriage is forbidden. Even engagement is disliked. You can do, like you can, engagement is like, in Islam it is a promise that I will marry this person. Okay? So, maybe someone came to you, I have so and so. So you give like a promise, okay, I will do inshallah. After after Hajj. So it is allowed, but it is disliked because this is not the time to think about this. After finishing Hajj, you can contact. Alhamdulillah, we have mobile phones now. Okay. Thinking about anything that will excite your desire. Because this will spoil or damage your ibadah, your worship, so it's highly disliked. Sunan of Ihram. Now we have some sunan. You begin your Ihram and increase saying talbiyah. What is talbiyah? لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. To just when you enter and say لبيك اللهم عمرة, the most recommended worship is to say talbiyah. The most rewardable worship is to increase from this. The Sahaba, when they just entered worshipping of Umrah and Hajj, they used to say talbiyah until their voice is gone. Very loud voice. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Very loud voice. Don't be shy. You are going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't be shy. This comes from your heart. But of course, women know. Women, they say the talbiyah in a low voice. Just to hear themselves. But not to let the men hear them. Okay? But for men, MashaAllah. Until your voice will, MashaAllah, Saki will make the bus vibrate or the airplane maybe. Okay. So it's very good to say that. So I want to know, what is the meaning of Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik? What's the meaning of this?
Labbaik means present, like we give present.
Answering your call.
Yes.
Yeah, call up something.
Answering. Like at the past, they use if you have a slave. They say, for example, Ahmed.
Labbaik.
Labbaik. Oh, master.
In Madrasa in India, we say Labbaik.
Really?
Yeah. We must say call in the morning. He check our presentation, like present. Who is present? Who is absent? So he said, Afdal. I said Labbaik.
MashaAllah. Okay. So Labbaik is like answering the call of your Lord. I am answering the call that you ordered me to come and visit you. I am answering. This is the first meaning. But we have other very good meanings also. Labbaik means all my love is to you only. Labbaik, all my worship is sincerely to you. I am worshipping you only sincerely. Labbaik, answering after answering. One labbaik is answering after answering. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, like answering after answering. Answering after answering. I'm answering and answering and answering your order, O Allah. And of course you feel that you are answering the call of Ibrahim alayhi salam when he built the Kaaba and he said, Oh Allah, who will hear my voice? Because Allah ordered him, وأذن في الناس بالحج يأتوك رجالا وعلى كل ضامر يأتين من كل فج عميق. He was in the desert at this time. Who will hear me? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you make the adhan and I will let them hear and answer and come. He just made the adhan until now, billions every year going to Hajj and Umrah. MashaAllah. So, after that, you enter Hudud al-Haram with the supplication. Now we already took off our clothes and we wear the new clothes. We are now in Ihram, okay? And we enter maybe airport of Jeddah or coming from Medina. Now they are saying we are very close to Hudud al-Haram. Where is Hudud al-Haram? This one. This is Hudud al-Haram. You'll find it like this. Okay, this arch. And you will find this small one, this principle. You will find in Arabic, Bidayatu Hadd al-Haram, the beginning of the border of Haram. And now you must be very scared. Why? Because you are entering very special place. You are entering the most holiest place, and if you did anything wrong, the punishment will be multiplied. As the reward here is multiplied also, and also the punishment is multiplied. So you have to take care. You are entering the zone that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose for himself. So when you just see this hudud, Hadd al-Haram, we have a supplication was mentioned from in some books like اللهم إن الحرم حرمك فحرمني على اللهم إن الحرم حرمك والأمن أمنك فحرمني على النار وأمنني من عذابك يوم تبعث عبادك واجعلني من أوليائك وأهل خاصتك. Yes. And actually, Haram is not Mecca. Haram is area, the zone around Mecca, and it's more wider than Mecca. From some directions, it is 33 kilometers more than the border of Mecca. This also, Haram, it has special rules all over the year for anyone. You are making Umrah or you are already finished and just sitting or living there. It has special rules, even if you live there for 20 years. Special rules for Haram, if you are living in this area, big area. Haram is not masjid. Of course, many people, even in Saudi Arabia, they will say, now I'm going to Haram, they mean I'm going to masjid. But Haram in the Islamic rules is the wide area around Mecca. From the special rules, for example, take these rules quickly. You cannot kill any animal or bird inside Haram except some harmful animals like lion, tiger, snake, scorpion. But any others, you cannot even scare them. Scare you cannot. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this place very safe, even for animals and birds. The scholars, they are saying, if there was, like you will see, very fat, حمام اسمها ايه؟ Pigeon. Very fat pigeons around the masjid. Very fat. I don't know why they are very fat, but anyway. And they are walking very confidently like this. Okay? If you just scare them like this, and they were like slipped, and a car killed them, or someone killed them, one sheep. One sheep. Just because you scared them very. Yes? And I'm very angry with some children. Of course they don't know, but they run after the cats and take from the tail. You cannot do this in Haram. And even they are scaring the birds, but we are telling them, don't do. You cannot do here. Anyway, you cannot take off any leaf of the trees inside Haram. Haram. You go, you will find trees from many years. Same. No one can. Yes, no one can touch. Yes, and because it has very special rules and Salah is multiplied by 100,000 times. 100,000 times. If you calculated this, 5 prayers, if you spent 1 day in Mecca and you prayed 5 prayers, can you calculate 5 prayers? 500 times. So, how many days you need outside Mecca to have the same prayers?
1.5 years.
No, 1.5 years. What's this, brother? It's more than
1,000 years.
more than your life, maybe. 500,000.
Yes.
It's too much. Okay? Some very ignorant and funny people, they go and maybe stay 1 week and say, we prayed for the rest of our life. It's, mashallah, very good sign of acceptance. Of course, this is in the reward. Yes. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma was living in Mecca. And he was seeing that the sin is multiplied by 100,000. 100,000. So after living in Mecca for some years, He went to Taif. He said, no, I don't want to live here. I have high reward in Salat, but only one thing. Big problem. So he left Mecca. And many Sahaba left Mecca. Very afraid from this area. Just go make Umrah and Hajj, Assalamu alaikum. And if you are like living for some years, be careful.
For suppose someone is living there and their kids are, naughty, and he get angry to their kids, the father.
Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh, when he wanted to punish his slave, he take him outside Haram.
That's what they are doing. I mean, they can beat their slave or their children.
Big problem. Here is big problem.
Even for their children also?
Yes, like you have to be very kind. Calm as much as you can.
Yeah, Bunayya.
I think it's better not to take
Yeah,
your wife with you.
Abunai.
Better to not take your wife with you.
You are right, brother. Especially Egyptians.
Okay. So, after that, actually, after entering Hudud al-Haram, and we said like around more than 30 kilometers, you will enter Mecca, but you will not see any signs. Now you are in Mecca, because now like they are increasing in the buildings and construction, so they are going close to the borders of, like Mecca is becoming wider. Anyway, there is also special dua for entering Mecca. You can check in some books like اللهم اجعل لي فيها قرارا وارزقني فيها رزقا حلالا. اللهم اجعل لي فيها قرارا. Oh Allah, give me like residence in Mecca. قرارا is like residence. وارزقني فيها رزقا حلالا, and provide me with halal provision in Mecca like this. Yes. Okay. Then, it is recommended if you are not having, like nowadays you cannot make this, to take a shower before entering Mecca. Because they are coming from far places on camels and horses or like this. So it is recommended before entering Mecca to have a shower. But now you cannot, because you are in a bus or in a taxi. Okay? There is no third choice, bus or taxi, and you're entering, so you cannot tell the driver, please stop, I will go take shower, where take shower and how for all these people. So you can take the shower once you will arrive at your hotel. You can take a shower before going to Haram, before going to the masjid. Then entering Mecca with another supplication, as we said. Tawaf, mashallah. This tawaf around Kaaba. Okay. Now, before saying the details of tawaf, now you reached your hotel and you put your luggage and so on, take a shower. It is recommended, especially for youth and strong people, to go directly for masjid to perform the Umrah. No rest. Because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when he arrived, he tightened or the rope of the camel or the horse, he tightened it, leaving even his luggage, and he went to perform Umrah first directly, and then he came back and went to his accommodation. But nowadays you cannot do this, of course. You cannot leave your luggage in the street and go to make Umrah and then come back and take your luggage for the hotel. You must go to the hotel first, okay? And but just if you are strong, because of course women, they are tired. And old people and weak people, they cannot, after this traveling, to go directly perform the Umrah now. Because Umrah, you will have a lot of effort. So if you want to take rest, take rest. No problem. Especially if you have wife, mother, children like this, you cannot stress them. And now you are moving toward the masjid. You will say the dua of going to the masjid, and now you are entering in front of the masjid. Actually, here, like this pictures, this is the gate of King Fahd. It's very famous. It's like from the main gates. Okay, and like just outside is not considered the masjid. It's called Saha. Saha in Arabic. Like you will see the white. It's like ceramic.
Tile.
Huh?
Tile.
Marble maybe.
Marble, yes. You will find it on the ground. People, of course, pray here, but it's not from the masjid. And you will enter from the gate. And once you enter the gate, like you feel now you are entering the home of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya. And you have to be very humble. Okay? And you are moving slowly and try not to look at the Kaaba directly until you will reach the where? Tawaf. Until you reach this place, this zone. Why? Because when you reach this zone, you can look, and maybe it is in some narrations that you have one accepted supplication. When you see the Kaaba. So just you can see it clearly at this place and make the supplication. And there is also supplication for seeing the Kaaba. ذكر. اللهم زد هذا البيت تشريفا وتعظيما وتكريما ومهابة وأمنا. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام فحينا ربنا بالسلام. And then you are going to begin in the second principle in Umrah. The conditions of Tawaf. Tawaf, first, before you will start the Tawaf, you will you will wear the clothes in the upper part for men only in a different way. When you wear ihram at the beginning, you should cover your two shoulders, both of the shoulders. Put the middle of the towel on your neck and wear it like this. But now, before Tawaf, in Tawaf only, you will uncover your right shoulder. So you will put the middle of the towel under your right arm and make it from here on the left, both sides. Okay? And it's important also to say this notice that many people, they wear ihram. They wear this white clothes. They call it ihram. Okay? And when they wear it, sometimes it has like buttons, but this one, clips, yes.
Touch buttons.
Yes, okay? So, they are making it like this. Actually, this is not allowed. Why? Because it is like a shirt. So why you are wearing it? You have to make it like this. You cannot make it like, but maybe some scholars said maybe it's okay if you just use the name. The pin. Huh? Pin, yes. If you use the pin to combine both sides, as not it will not move like this. But actually, the best thing is just to put the middle of the towel here and get it like this. Without any pins, without any buttons, without anything. If it contains buttons, no problem, you can wear it. But don't fix it. Okay? So now you will remove this wearing and you will make it like you will show your right. It will come in the picture, inshallah. First, the conditions of the tawaf. You will take the intention. Now I'm making tawaf because maybe you lost your child, so you are making tawaf around Kaaba without intention. You are searching for someone, and this happened many times. So this is not tawaf, of course. So you must have the intention. Second, purification, tahara. What is purification? Tahara, like you must have wudu. You must have wudu in tawaf only. sa'i is not, we will know, it's not a must to have wudu during sa'i, but in tawaf you must. Number 3, covering the private parts. This is a must in tawaf, but in sa'i it is not a must. We will know also. We will know how it is not a must. Okay.
What you mean cover? Another cover or same?
No. Like, I mean, if it went down, you cannot, like from the belly till knees, it must be covered for men. And for women, all their body must be covered. If you took some steps or some laps that your clothes is down the belly and above the knees, it's not considered okay. It's not correct. You have to repeat. Like salat. Actually, the Prophet ﷺ said, tawaf is like salat, except that you can speak during tawaf. You can tell your friend which lap we are now. Remind me with good dua, supplication. Tell me what's the best thing to do now, to say now, like this.
Taking some photos.
No, this is very bad actually. This is very bad. I want to, like, if I was controlling, I would prevent this, but you cannot, because they are calling their families and like that. So, but it's very bad to find people that are performing Umrah and Hajj and having this selfie with the stick.
Yes, sir, yes.
Labbaik Allahumma. What is this? I'm not joking, this many, you find many, not one or two, many.
Yes.
What is this? You are worshipping Allah or worshipping camera? Or... This is very bad. This is, I think, like very close to Riyah.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Showing.
Yeah.
But what if you're not in Ihram, or you're just in Mecca, you're just in Haram?
So,
Have to take photos.
Selfie.
yes, you can take, no problem. But we are speaking about performing a worship. Why you are videoing you? He said, this is a very good like I want to remember my Umrah, so I take video for all the Umrah. MashaAllah. You can just open Mecca Live, you will see the Haram. And why to take video for all your Umrah?
It's like taking selfie of oneself while in sujood.
They are taking video, not only pictures. Video for all the tawaf and sa'i and everything.
Explain to people.
And then come back to their families, come and see.
MashaAllah.
Yes, MashaAllah. And sometimes they are giving their back to the Kaaba and making like this. To have background Kaaba. And he's not doing dua, just to take a picture like this. What's this? And to put the picture in your home.
In Facebook.
Anyway, so after that, the conditions, it must be outside the Kaaba. How tawaf can be inside the Kaaba? Now we have some details. Hijr Ismail. Look, this is Hijr Ismail. This arch and this empty area. This is called what? Hijr Ismail. And this place, it is from the Kaaba. This place is what?
Is considered inside.
Is considered from the Kaaba. If you entered here, you are inside Kaaba. And this is from the mercy of Allah. That they didn't finish. I told you before, that when they reconstructed the Kaaba in the age of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, before he was sent, they didn't find enough halal money to build it. So Kaaba is rectangle, not a square. So they only built it till here, and they couldn't complete. And after that, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ didn't do it because he was afraid that it will make fitna for people. You are demolishing the Kaaba like this. Anyway, so this part, if you entered, you are inside Kaaba. And alhamdulillah, because now, for the gate of the Kaaba, you will never dream even to enter from this gate. Because only some special people, they have the keys, and never they are allowed except very famous, like some ambassadors. Anyway, some presidents. So if you are a king, inshallah, you may have the chance to enter. But if you are just like us, so maybe you can just enter any time in the day. It's very crowded, of course. to pray here. Now, why it is empty? Before Salat by half an hour, the 5 prayers, they tell people go out, go out, go out, go out, go out. And they close. Why? Because you cannot pray fard inside here. Only Sunnah you can pray. So they are taking people out. But just after Assalamu alaikum, okay? Okay. So, this place, it has a door from here and a door from here. Now, maybe you are so smart. So, if you want to take the lap, you will come here and you will take like shortcut. And come here and go outside from here. No, your lap is incorrect. Okay? You have to make it outside Hijr Ismail. Okay? Okay. Kaaba must be on your left hand. Of course, you cannot make it on the other side. You will not make mistake, inshallah. You will find millions doing it. And Tawaf must be 7 complete laps, starting at and ending with Hajar al-Aswad. We will see the picture, inshallah.
I want to ask the question, how many laps? So you've already...
7. 7 laps is like 2 rak'ah. 1 piece. You cannot make tawaf. After Umrah, it is recommended to make tawaf. You cannot go take 1 lap. Assalamu alaikum. This is not correct. Tawaf 7. Every time 7. And it is recommended every time to enter the masjid to make 7 laps.
If the people are so far, making a very big lap. Yeah.
Yes.
Very big.
Yes, nowadays it's difficult.
Is very...
Nowadays it's difficult to make many tawaf, but anyway, it is recommended to make tawaf many times. We like our scholars, they were ordering us to make 4 tawaf every day. I was escaping 4 tawaf every day. If it is like not crowded, okay, I can make 4 tawaf in 1 hour.
Very close.
Yes, 1 tawaf, 12 minutes. Easy. But 1 tawaf, 1 hour and a half. What is this? 2 hours. What is this? 1 tawaf.
You forget how many laps. So how?
No, don't forget. You can count by your hands. Like
there is a point of making
and
start.
This small sibha, 7 balls.
These.
Yes, 7 small balls. Or you can make like this first, second. And many people they are forgetting.
Yes.
Which lap? I don't know. 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Okay. So now Sunan of Tawaf. Face al-Hajar al-Aswad. Now you will start. How you are going to start? Look, this is al-Hajar al-Aswad. Okay? And now you see also it is free because it is Salah time. Now the Imam will enter here, and as you see, a lot of soldiers and people, they are like this is actually for safety of Imam, because there are some crazy people, they want to kill the Imam of Haram, like Shia Rawafid from Iran, like this. They want to kill, so they must do this. Anyway, so this, you take a line like this, like this, like this, like this, make a line. Actually, there was a line, but people, they were doing bid'ah on this line. It was a black line on the floor. They were standing on the black line. So, and like standing up in order like this, praying 2 rak'ah. This is barakah, black line of Hajar al-Aswad. What's the black line of Hajar al-Aswad? This just recently they did it. And when they found people making this bid'ah, they removed. So now you will not find something, but you will find green light on the same line. Like if you took extension till the end of the masjid, you will find green lights, green lights, green lights. This is the extension of this line. Why? Because this line is the starting line and also the ending line. So it's very important.
1 lap.
You cannot exceed 1 step. If you exceeded 1 step, your tawaf is incorrect. In the beginning, you must, like, you take the extension by looking, and this is the beginning. Okay, so now Hajar al-Aswad on your left hand, you will face it. And say, Bismillah, Wallahu Akbar. Allahumma imanan bika wa tasdiqan bi kitabika wa wafa'an bi ahdika wa ittiba'an li sunnati nabiyyika Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's enough to say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. It's enough. And you make like this. Why I say this? Because we have 3 cases with Hajar al-Aswad. Because this is the 95% that you are going to do. 99.9% that you are going to do. that you are going just to wave. You cannot reach the Hajar al-Aswad. Okay? It's very difficult. Just forget it now. But you can go in some times and in some, I will tell you inshallah. But anyway. So it's enough to say Bismillah Allahu Akbar. And you know the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that he said that the Hajar al-Aswad is witnessing on the judgment day for everyone who waved for him. And he will be like your witness that you came here to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. MashaAllah. This Hajar is from the paradise. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent it down on earth, it was very white. White became black from the seeds of son of Adam. It became like this. And of course, it is highly recommended to try to reach it and kiss it. If you couldn't kiss, so sweep. If you couldn't sweep and you have a stick, with the stick sweep. If you couldn't all this, which is 99%, you will wave.
Not this.
No. This is bid'ah. Because we are doing this. Why are you sending a kiss? This is bid'ah, okay? Only waving, okay? Not bye-bye. Bismillah Allahu Akbar, okay?
Like this.
Hajar.
And if someone reply from them.
Okay. So this is the starting point. As you see, sweep and kiss it. This is the highest thing. Sweep it with a stick, wave and say Allahu Akbar and Adhkar. Allah may man bika. This is the first time. But saying Allahu Akbar every time. Waving and say Allahu Akbar every time. In the beginning of every lap, you will say this. You will, like you are moving like this, Kaaba on your left hand. And then when you become on the line, you will like make a round. Allahu Akbar on the same step. Don't move. Don't make this. Allahu Akbar. This is incorrect. Because all the lap must be the Kaaba on your left hand. And now we have a very important issue. Sometimes you will find the cleaners. They are cleaning. They are, because 24 hours, people are making towel and they have to clean. So they are entering quickly. Cleaning, and they're like, so what to do? They are in front of you. So people, they are doing, sometimes they are giving their back to Kaaba and moving like this, and then continue, or facing the Kaaba, and then moving like this. Your tawaf is incorrect. Must be all the lab on your left hand. So you can move like this. You can move like this, no problem. Take care. A lot of people, they do not know this. And if you are making tawaf on the second floor or on the roof, take care of the deviations. There is no corners now, but it's a bit deviation. Okay. The second sunnah, jogging the first 3 laps. It is sunnah to jogging in the first 3 laps. Why? The Prophet ﷺ, when he went after Islam with his companions from Medina, the mushrikeen, they were sitting and saying, أصابتهم حمى يثرب. They have a lot of diseases, humma, like fever. They got a strong fever from Medina. They cannot do Umrah strongly. So the Prophet ﷺ ordered Sahaba, all of you jog in the first 3 laps. Take all the 3 laps jogging. If it is too crowded, you can make it very slow. You cannot jog and and if you have women, this sunnah is invalid. If you have women, you cannot jog. And you have all your father, jog. What's this? No, just leave it.
No.
If you have women or weak or old or sick, you leave the sunnah also. Yes.
Nowadays there's some that are doing on skates, you know.
No, this is actually big issue.
They're
Anyway.
doing like this.
Uncovering the right shoulder, we said this, that you're doing at the beginning, this from the sunnah. If you didn't do, your tawaf is correct. All the sunnah, if you left, your tawaf is correct. but of course, do not leave, because this is the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he ordered us to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this. This is the way that I told you I will show you. To uncover only the right shoulder. Okay? This is only in tawaf. And 90% or 80% of people, they do not know. They wear it like this from the plane till finishing of sa'i. No, this is only for what? And you do not pray like this. If inside, during tawaf, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So you will now leave tawaf. You will cut it. No problem, you can cut. But, for example, you finish 3 laps. And now it's time for salat. Continue till iqamah. You are continuing and then, now it's, so cover your right shoulder again. Pray after finishing. Uncover your right shoulder and continue tawaf. Okay?
I thought uncovering was just the 3 first laps.
No, uncovering for the 7th. Jogging is the first 3. Jogging. Okay. Yes, actually this, the Prophet ﷺ also ordered the Sahaba to show it, to show the mushrikeen. We are strong, we are powerful. Look, muscles. Even if you are very weak, you have to show. This is sunnah. Yes. So it became sunnah, but just giving you the reason.
So before going 1 month training.
Okay, and then the 4th sunnah during tawaf, sweep al-rukn al-yamani. What is the rukn al-yamani? Rukn al-yamani is the corner just before al-hajar al-aswad. Like hajar al-aswad is here, and the corner before it is called what? Al-rukn. Al-rukn is a corner. Al-yamani, towards al-yaman. So this is called al-rukn al-yamani. It is sunnah to sweep on this corner. But take care. You will find 95% of people, they are waving. This is bid'ah. Because the Prophet ﷺ didn't do this. This one, if you could reach and sweep, say Bismillah Allahu Akbar, it's okay. If you couldn't reach, just leave. Do not wave, nothing is happening. Only the Hajar al-Aswad that you wave.
In every tawaf.
Every lap, yes. Yes, and then say dua between al-Rukn al-Yamani and al-Hajar al-Aswad. Say the dua, you say Allahumma rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. Between these 2 corners. Okay? And after that, you finish the 7 laps. Okay? You will pray 2 rak'ah. And this is mandatory. 2 rak'ah, I suppose sunnah to pray behind Maqam Ibrahim. This is Maqam Ibrahim. But actually, of course, you know what is Maqam Ibrahim? Maqam Ibrahim, the stone inside. You will see stone. Till now, his feet is like
Preserved.
Preserved?
His footprint.
Yes, footprint. It is, you'll find big hole for his 2 footprints. Taking the shape of... Sorry?
Ibrahim alayhi salam?
Yes. Till now, this is Maqam Ibrahim. But why they put it in this new... this is of course new, something Saudi Arabia they did.
Yeah.
Why they put it? Because people were doing shirk. For this stone of feet of Ibrahim. And the woman taking hijab. What? What's this? This is shirk. Why this stone that doesn't make anything? And Umar, radiallahu anh, even for the Hajar al-Aswad here, for the Hajar al-Aswad, he said, I swear, if I didn't see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kissing you, I would never kiss you. And I believe that you cannot give me benefit or harmful. So this is the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we believe that it cannot give us benefits and it cannot prevent us from harmful. Okay? So you will find people not making shirk for the stone inside because they can never go inside. Okay? It's not open. You will find them making this for the glass. Glass, it's just manufactured maybe 5 years ago. And it's changed every year maybe, or every several years, this glass. And people, they are kissing, hugging, and sweeping, and making everything. Getting carpet of salat, and All this is shirk. All these big problems. Please avoid and spread this knowledge.
Last year, one Indonesian getting caught by the police. He almost committed because she cut the kiswa.
Anyway, so now you pray mandal. Alhamdulillah.
Sorry.
No problem. Now, after finishing tawaf, you go and pray 2 rak'ah. Okay? So, you pray 2 rak'ah. Suppose that this 2 rak'ah is behind Maqam Ibrahim. But take care that in this place, most probably, people are doing tawaf. From the common mistake and big problems, you are coming during tawaf, people are cut. Allahu Akbar. And you are praying. And they cannot make tawaf. You are harming them and they are harming you. This is not sunnah. Just go as far as you can when you find empty place. And stand and pray. But don't bother your brothers. Because now it is not like the age of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. You cannot find this place empty. So you can go back, you can pray anywhere in the masjid. But if you took the line and you prayed at the back, no problem, inshallah. Yes. And it is sunnah to say, recite قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ in the second rak'ah. Yes. After finishing tawaf and praying the 2 rak'ah, it is recommended to make dua in multazam. It is recommended to make dua in multazam. Not multazam, multazam. What is multazam? This is the multazam. Look, the red area. Between the door and Hajar al-Aswad. Between the door and Hajar al-Aswad. This only is called multazam. It is like 2 people maximum, because now like the kiswa of Kaaba maybe is coming like this in this place. But in Hajj, they take it up like this one. And only 2 people they can stand here for this place.
Saki, it will make noise. Wait.
So, this time, this place is called Multazam. And it's difficult to enter, of course, a Multazam, but it's not so difficult. You can wait, you will find a lot of people here, you can wait. And most people, they are going to the door, and actually there is no any speciality for the door. There is no like hadith or something, or the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't stand in front of the door and he said like make dua or said this is special place, but he said special place about this place. The Prophet ﷺ used to come in this place and he put all his body like this or like this and he make dua. Okay? You can do it, inshallah. This is not so difficult.
If we get reach.
But if there is a woman beside you, go away. Because many times you will enter and you will find woman, maybe she is going to hug you also. This is not, what is this? And they are not caring. They are not thinking, wow, we are in front of Kaaba, so everything is easy. No, it's not easy. Yes? So if you find mixing, strong mixing with women in this place, leave. Because mixing with women is haram and this is sunnah. So we have priority. And then after that, drink a lot from Zamzam until you will be 100% full. Why? It is sunnah to drink Zamzam, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that hypocrites, they cannot drink a lot from Zamzam. Hypocrites, they cannot drink a lot from Zamzam. So maybe when we are going in a group, we are like, who cannot drink a lot? Some brothers, they are taking more than 8-10 cups. Actually, it is sunnah to drink till your stomach will press on your ribs. Press. This is called طلاع. تضلع in Arabic. Like you filled your occupy your stomach until it is pressing on your ribs. So at this case, it is recommended to drink a lot with Zamzam. Of course, making dua, because drinking Zamzam, dua is accepted also, inshallah. Yes, this is the sunan of tawaf. And after that, the sa' between the two mountains. Maybe inshallah, okay, we can say it quickly. Sa', we have some conditions. Before the conditions, you prayed the 2 rak'ah and you went to drink Zamzam. Most probably it will be difficult to go to Zamzam if you are with a group, to go to Multazam. So now you are going towards Sa'. From Mataf, you are going to Sa'. Try to go to the bedroom. Underground floor. Underground floor. This is the most good place.
Sure.
For many reasons, but anyway, this try to go to there. It will be a few steps down, and you will go directly to Safa. Okay, Safa mountain. You will find signs, but you will go Safa first, and you will decide. أبدأ بما بدأ الله به. I will begin with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala began with. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Baqarah, إِنَّ الصَّفَا وَالْمَرْوَةَ مِنْ شَعَائِرِ اللَّهِ. Indeed, Safa and Marwa, they are from شعائر الله. So, you will begin with Safa and go to Marwa. Marwa, Safa, Safa, Marwa. All the odd numbers will begin from Safa. The first, third, fifth, seventh laps will begin from Safa. And all the even numbers will begin from Marwa. Second, fourth, sixth, no 8. Okay? So, from Safa to Marwa, this is 1. Because some people think, Safa, Marwa, Marwa, Safa, this is 1. MashaAllah, they are doing 14. MashaAllah, it's only 7 also. Safa to Marwa, Marwa to Safa, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 will end. We'll start from Safa and will end at Marwa, and now we finished. And on Marwa you'll find people are waiting with the
washing machine.
master
Caesar.
Caesar. They are waiting with Caesar. Take care, because most probably on this place people are finishing, so they are waiting for anyone who wants to cut hair quickly to finish his Umrah, because the last principle is to shorten or to shave. But it's better, of course, to leave them and to go to shave 0 by
Machine.
not machine.
Shaving machine.
Machine will not take the reward of shaving. By the blade. Blade. By the blade. By the blade, this you will take the reward of shaving, because the Prophet ﷺ, he prayed for, like, did dua 3 times for who will shave, and 1 time for who will shorten.
Some people, they make it short so they can make Umrah again.
Now, I will speak about this. Actually, to make another Umrah, it is, some scholars said it is bid'ah, and some scholars said it is disliked, and some scholars said it is permitted. The highest, it is permitted. The highest, it is permitted. My scholars, they said it is permitted. It is permitted. No, I don't believe that it is bid'ah or forbidden, but we believe that it is disliked. Why it is disliked to make another Umrah in the same trip? Because the Prophet ﷺ and his companions, the Prophet went to Umrah how many times? 4 times. And went to Hajj how many times? 1 time. In the 4 times, he and his companions they did another Umrah. So you are not going to make something better than them. And they are traveling from long distance and having a lot of efforts. And they are only doing 1 Umrah. So you are not more keen on the high reward more than them. So this is the way of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions. And of course the scholars after them, they didn't do Umrah, 2 Umrah in 1 trip. Okay, so of course we have questions. I cannot come again, it's very difficult, very expensive, I want to make for my dead father or my dead mother. Please, okay, go, no problem, it is permitted. But your reward will become down. Because this is not the way of the Prophet Muhammad. You can just go for separate trip for your father, separate trip for your mother. Yes, this is the best. Or you can travel outside Mecca, but not Jeddah. Outside, like outside Hudud al-Haram by for miqat. Like go to Riyadh, go to Medina. Medina is very easy. Every time you will find cars go Medina, Medina, Medina. Go to Medina and come back again. This is considered another trip. You can go to Medina and come again with Umrah, no problem. Yes, but instead of wasting time, if you want to worship, if you want to make the best, just concentrate on tawaf, worshipping, recitation of the Quran and making dhikr, and this is the best. But to make another and another and another, we don't say it is not allowed. It's allowed, inshallah, on this opinion. You will hear there are a lot of opinions that it is bid'ah, it is haram, like this. But yes, we know that this opinion is strong. But Aisha radiallahu anha, after Hajj, Aisha, she got her monthly period. She couldn't perform Umrah before Hajj like others. She was very sad. And she was young, Aisha was very young. The Prophet ﷺ died and she was 18 years old. So like, very jealous like children. She said, I want to make Umrah like others. I want to make Umrah like others. After Hajj, after she was pure. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ sent her with her brother, Abdul Rahman, until Tan'im, like the borders of Haram. And you have to go outside to make intention, and then she entered and came back to the Haram and she performed another Umrah. Okay? So, inshallah, it is permitted, but it is not the best. It's not the best. But if you want, and if something like someone requested you, or as cases as I said, you are very difficult to go there again, and you want to make for your father, especially if your parents didn't do in their life. So maybe, inshallah, you can do. How to do? Just take by five Saudi Riyal only. One small bus, minibus. Half an hour you will be outside Haram. You will enter the masjid, take shower, everything in a miqat. Not miqat, sorry. Outside Haram, you can make everything as you did before Ihram, and wear your clothes, take intention, take the minibus. 30 minutes you will be inside masjid again, and you can do the Umrah. Conditions of Sa'i. First, intention. You must take the intention that now you are making Sa'i. And it must be after correct tawaf. If your tawaf is incorrect, you cannot make Sa'i. If the woman now has the monthly period, she cannot go to Sa'i and say, now I will make the Sa'i and make the tawaf after I will be pure. No. You have to do the Sa'i after correct tawaf. You must order between laps, begin, as we said, odd numbers from Safa, and even numbers from Marwa. To finish all the distance between the two mountains, this is very important. And I will show you a picture showing there is signs. This is the beginning and this is the ending. You have to take care of these signs. It is not put just entertainment. This is the borders. So at least to reach under this label, under this sign. If you just before it and you said, I will go. No. Okay. To make sa'i between the two mountains, like you cannot, if this is the road, or you can say the path between the two mountains, it must be in wide with the wide of the two mountains. It cannot be more wider. It cannot be in parallel and say I will make sa'i here. No, it must be in this. And that's why I told you go in the underground, because majority of scholars said that the new stores levels, they make it more double this distance, double. They said because of crowdness. Because of crowdness, you can go up in this main one. You can go up for 10 stores, but do not make it like this. Why make it like this? And actually, sa'i is not in strong need to make extensions. It's not so crowded. Even in Hajj, it's okay, alhamdulillah. The problem in Tawaf. All the problems it's in Tawaf. But sa'i, alhamdulillah, all the time it's not a big problem. So try to go to the underground sa'i. This is the most authentic one. Yes. To complete 7 laps, of course, you must count. But here, alhamdulillah, the mistakes is better than tawaf because you have even and odd numbers, so you can calculate easily. Yes. For sa'i and tawaf, it is not necessary to make it continuous. In between, you can go to take breaks or go out. Actually, not take breaks, like if you are very tired, like, now I'm feeling very dizzy, I want to sit down for 15 minutes. No problem. Sit down, if you have drink zamzam, if you have some snacks, eat, and return your power and continue. No problem, inshallah. Same as salat. If now is prayer, iqamah, you will pray and then you continue. If you make 4 laps inside, you will pray and you will continue number 5. If you are in the middle of a lap, and this happened many times because the lap maybe takes more than 20 minutes, more than 30 minutes, 1 lap in tawaf or inside in the crowdness. So you will pray in your position and continue from this position, or you will remember the position and go pray and come back again to this position, or you will start this lap from the beginning. All is allowed, inshallah. Yes, but do not start from the beginning, like I will start the first lap. No, inshallah you can continue. If you lost your wudu, broke your wudu, inside, no problem. Inside, no problem, you can continue, because it is not a condition, as you see. It's not conditioned to have purification. If your clothes went up from here and this part was shown above the knees, it's okay. Same as the belly, below the belly, it's okay, because it is not from the condition to make it correct. In case. But in tawaf, no, it is like salat. If you broke your wudu, you have to go make wudu and come and continue. Sunan of sa'i. We have running fast between 2 green lamps, like this. You will find, inshallah, this is the mas'ah of the first floor. This is not the underground, this is the first one. You find the ceiling very high, okay? You will find these green lights as you see, and after that, at the back, also green lights. It is like a distance in the sa'i. This distance, the Prophet ﷺ used to, of course, in the past it was 2 green flags like this. Anyway, the Prophet ﷺ used to run speedily, not jogging, running, like as a competition. Go and run fast in this space. Just you see the green lamps, begin. See the next one, stop. It's only one distance in the whole mas'ah, okay? But of course, as we said in tawaf, this sunnah is only for men and strong people, not for women or sick children, not for them. And if you have women, weak people, old people, children accompanying you, you will leave this sunnah. You will not make this. You will not run and leave it. And also many women, they are running here. And this is actually very bad. Women cannot run here. How run? Running. And they are competing men. MashaAllah. They cannot run. Okay. The second sunnah is to stand on the 2 mountains and increase from dua. Okay? You will find, as I told you, these signs. Okay? This bidayah to Safa is beginning. Okay? Safa start. Shurua Safa, this is Urdu, huh? Urdu. Because a lot of Pakistani and Indian brothers. Pakistani, mashallah.
Next time Indonesian.
Yes, Indonesian, Malaysia, many also, mashallah. Marwa, end of sa'i khatam. Okay? This is, you will find these signs, okay, in Mas'ah, and this is the mountain behind. Also, this is the mountain. And of course, this is glass, you see this? This is glass in front of the mountain. People also are going to this glass, sweeping. This is completely bid'ah. There was no glass in the age of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And even the mountain itself, he didn't sweep it. No barakah here. This is shirk. Yes, because this is taking barakah from nothing. Okay. So, please be sure that you will finish. You will finish this.
What he enjoy, you know, his
That you will finish the distance. At least you come under this signs. You will begin from before this sign, and you will finish at least under this sign. Okay? And when you will begin, you just not stand up and begin direct. No. You will stand facing Qibla, Kaaba. You cannot see it easily. It will be very difficult to see it. A bit far. And you will say dhikr and then long dua. Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, he was standing and making a lot of dua until his companions will be bored and leave him. Like you can make dua, he was like making dua as if you recited the whole Surah Al-Baqarah. On every mountain. So at least you can spend 10 to 15 minutes, 5 minutes making dua, because dua is accepted. And in this, for the 7 times that you are going to, number 1 here, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 starting point from each mountain, for each lap. It is highly recommended to increase from making dua. And also, you will find people, they are praying on the mountain. Why? I don't know. Nothing at all in reward to pray there. But maybe this is bid'ah and they will take sins. Of course, maybe if they are ignorant, Allah will forgive them, but
maybe just missing of translation.